come up with. We are going to make sandwiches.
Oh, yay.
Sandwiches, yummy. Yeah. So you've got 4 types of meat to choose from and 3 types of bread. How many types of sandwiches can you make if you're only using 1 of each? Boy, that was really difficult.
Wow. Add a third option. Let's see how fast.
Okay, and a third option. You can have 5 types of cheeses.
Wow. 60. All right. 5.
60.
There are 5 cheeses to choose from.
60.
How are you doing that so rapidly without even making a diagram? Because I even had an idea of making diagrams. I had roast beef, ham, turkey,
What?
salami.
Wait, so the turkey isn't like cut
No.
up or anything? No.
No, it's just a turkey.
Oh my god.
Where else do you get this type of humor?
Wait, what's? I don't get the difference between the bread. What's?
White bread, rye bread, wheat bread.
Oh, rye. Okay.
So you have turkey,
Wait, I think
turkey on wheat.
Oh,
No, it's actually wheat on turkey.
Sorry.
good one.
Yeah, I know.
Then every comedian.
Now it's turkey on wheat.
Wait.
You'll get over it. So what you guys are actually using is what's called the fundamental counting principle. Don't write this down. You know how to do this. Whenever you're trying to choose, pick events, way that events can happen, the number of ways things can occur, you had a certain amount of choices for the first one, certain amount of choices for the second, certain amount of choices for the third. You're just multiplying those choices together. So in our case, we had the meat. You had 4 meat times 3 bread times 5 cheese gave you, what was it? 60 possible outcomes. All right. Again, this is not the most difficult thing in the world, sir.
What if you have an option where there's like the 3 that you just had, and there's a 4th one, but you can only have the 4th one with certain parts of the 3rd one?
We're going to get to that. We will. Because that's when we start getting into combinations. Combinations are a little bit more complex because you're not worrying about a specific order. Permutations is what we're working with today with these counting principles, where the order matters, that you have to do in a specific setting. Okay. So come back tomorrow. Why is he saying that? I don't know. It's just weird. More so than normal. So what you're doing here is you're working with possible things that could happen. So somebody stole Mike's calculator. We just found it because Mike went down to Lockhart and he went down there and he went through the Lockhart's perp book. And the perp book is basically has all the different hairlines and the eyebrows and the eyes and the noses.
Wait, Mike Lee Party?
No, Mike can't. Because he's trying to get his calculator.
Richie said it.
So what happened where there was 195 different hairlines to choose from, 99 eyes and eyebrows, just this part.
Wait, is this serious?
Yes.
Is this a joke?
No, I never joke.
Wait, 99 as in...
One less than 100, yes.
Like sets of eyes or just 99?
There was, you know, the one guy, it could have been a pirate.
Wait, this is a joke because that's what it says on
No, this is not a joke. How many possible bad guys can you create with 195 hairlines, 99 eyes, 89 noses, 105 mouths, and 74 chins and cheeks?
So the eyes and eyebrows are combined.
Yes, it's like the jawline.
Okay, so it's like here.
Yes, you know
and
this
the
much.
south now.
You knew the jaw, the structure of the jaw.
Well, you should just put tons of jaws. No, you're not done.
That's a big number.
It's a really big number.
It's a really big number. So you wind up with the 195, 99, 89, 105, oops, and 74. So in other words, this is a really big number. So the possibility of him being able to get his calculator back is slim to none because there's too many combinations to go through. But the moment that he knew what the eyes and nose looked like, well, that means the 99 eyes become 1. The noses become 1. So his possibilities are less. by knowing just a couple of the features of the person that stole his calculator, he's able to, cut down or cut back the possible things. So basically, he knew this much.
Oh my god.
Gladiator
So you
math.
said just for this, didn't you? You're so.
Oh my God.
Will you please teach
Yeah.
Wait, you can see your eyebrows,
Well, it doesn't matter.
It does.
Yes, I'm this also. So he knew this much for the facial feature. What?
It would suck if you got a paper cut.
It would.
Who do you see?
Was it Ryan?
I see everybody. I see that. So by doing this, his really big number became still kind of big, but smaller. So next time you're robbed, make sure that you pay attention to what the person is wearing and their facial features. It really sounds weird if they say that. What?
Smile.
I'd like to see some of the other teachers try to make you laugh.
They don't.
Right.
Miss K is pretty funny. She's funny. I love
It worked out great because we found your calculator and it worked out to be a good example.
Miss Jennings is so funny.
So use this as step. Go again. You want to figure out the number of possible license plates you can get. In New York, they have it set up where it's 3 letters and 3 numbers. How many digits are there to choose from if you're talking about numbers? 10 of them. 0 through 9.
Yeah.
If you're going to pick 3 of them and you can repeat them, that means in the first round through, there's 10 of them to pick. I can pick them again because I can repeat them. 3 of them again. And then how many letters are there?
26.
A really big number.
So how many different possible license plates are there?
260.
No, you can't do that. You have to have same base, same exponents.
Well, can't you multiply the 10s by the 26s? Why not?
Doesn't work. Oh yeah, I guess it would work. Never mind. I was thinking about something else. So this winds up being a bunch. I don't need to write this out what the number is because you can press buttons on your calculator.
Really, really big.
Yes, sir.
So you can't have the same license plate as another person?
Yeah.
So
You didn't know that?
Are there like huge bidding wars for like the cool license plate?
There are certain states where you have to pay extra to be a certain digit. If you have like a single number, a single letter,
That's cool.
it's kind of cool that you have like number 3, and that's all your license plate is 3.
I was thinking like a 4-letter word or something like that, but it's just a word spelled.
Bad if you remember.
Yes, but they don't.
I'm a
They
robber.
back check letters. They don't let you have dirty words on your license plates.
Aw.
You can't have poop on your license plate.
You
Wait, you
can't?
really can't?
Why not?
No.
I think you could have.
What if you had,
I
what if
mean,
you
you
had
can poop on a license plate,
P00
but you can't have poop on a license plate.
No, wait. Mr. Murphy, what if you had P00P?
You can't have that in Illinois. In Illinois, your license plates go, for cars, they go letters first, then numbers after that. You can't intertwine letters and numbers in Illinois. When you have a truck, you have to have the letter B comes first, and then, I think it's numbers and then letters for trucks. But on Illinois' Secretary of State website, you can actually type in different types of combinations to see if it's available.
Oh my goodness.
So that's what they do. And they also always make different types of license plates. They have car plates, they have education plates, college plates, all those things. So that way they generate more money, so that way more people buy those low-digit specialized plates to make it look like they're cool. Now, what happens if you can't repeat a number? If you have 10 to choose the first time, how many do you have for the next one? Good. When you can't when you can't repeat them, the first pick that you have 10 possible numbers to choose from.
It's still a pretty big number.
It's still a pretty big number. After that, one of the digits is gone, so you have 9 left. After that, one of them is gone, you have 8 left. And then you got to switch to your letters. 26, 25, 24.
Wait,
Because you can't repeat them.
but is it like like it could it be ABA?
Most states don't intertwine numbers and letters. I think California does because there's so many cars. But I don't think most states.
So it's not like repeat like right after, it's just repeat at all.
Repeat it all. So once you use the number 2, you can't reuse the number 2 in there. So you get a little bit smaller number. It's not as many out there. It works the same way because there's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's 15 of us in the room right now. Let's say all 15 of us are going to the Olympics. All 15 of us are going to do downhill skiing. How many ways? Uphill skiing sucks. I've tried. Downhill. Thank you. If we're going to compete in skiing, if there's 15 of us, how many different ways can you put all 15 of us in an order?
What?
I got this, but no.
What does that mean?
15 factorial, right?
Yes, yeah, that one.
You guys remember what that exclamation point means? It
No.
doesn't mean 15! It doesn't mean
I just had a heart attack.
It's not angry at you.
15 factorial?
Factorial. The factorial means it means big number, yes. It means 15 times 14 times 13.
It means I just had a heart attack.
Okay? It means that. So what's happening here is that there's 15 of us in the room. I'm obviously going to win because I'm the best. And that means the 14 other of you have to fight to the death to become second, third, fourth, and fifth place, and so on.
I'll take the last
Because there's-
so that I don't die.
But if you think about it, we all finished, right?
Yeah.
But we're not from Denmark.
Oh my
I'm rolling.
Good.
No, I don't get it. Could you explain that again?
We all finished,
Oh.
but we're not from Denmark.
That was really bad. That was really bad.
No, I didn't. I'm winging it today. Come on, I was wearing a mask over my face.
We're all.
I need to put this on the.
We're all.
Someone take a picture so we can put it on the wall out here.
Here, do it. Meredith, I don't. We take like a good one though.
Wait, how do we say print it up a little bit?
This is I don't know. This is my cue. Keep this coupon.
What is it?
We'll print it
You guys
out.
are all jealous.
I'm gonna email it to
We could
Mr.
probably make
You could probably make it,
I
yes.
don't know your-
So in this case here, what we're doing is we are using what's called a permutation. A permutation is just a way that you can order stuff. And the way that we order stuff is when it matters, how the placement goes. Permutations are they use it for races. If you've got 6 track runners, how many different ways can they finish?
Wait, so that's a permutation with the exclamation point?
Yeah, this is
Permutation.
what we're using, yeah. And I'm going to explain, there's an actual different permutation here in a second.
Okay.
But we use factorial to work with these things. Now, if we wanted to take a better idea of the 15 of us in the race, and we want to figure out the top ways that we can get the top 3. How many different ways can 3 people in this room go gold, silver, bronze? Well, how are you doing that?
Just taking the first one.
Exactly what you do. What he's doing here is, I want to figure out how many different ways can we set up just top 3 finishers. If you have the first person, there's 15 ways for us to get a gold medal. Then there's only 14 people left to get silver, 13 people left to get gold. This is, in the essence, the true permutation of we're picking 3 out of the 15 where order is specific. okay? He has to go first, second, third. What this meant was 15 permute 3. 15p3. And what that stands for, algebraically, is 15 factorial divided by 15 minus 3 factorial. 15 factorial stood for 15 times 14 times 13, blah, 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 blah. Bless you. What's 15 minus 3? 12 factorial is 12 times 11 times blah, 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 times 1. What happens in that fraction?
In essence, it's just saying 15 times 14 times 3.
And like Paul said, since I'm only picking the first 3, it's 15 times 14 times 13. Yep. And there's a button for that.
Really?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
What is it?
So 15, now there's a bunch, you gotta press a bunch of them here, I'm sorry, there's no alpha shortcut. 15, go to the math, hit the left arrow, it's number 2. And number 4 is the factorial, if you see that, right? It's also.
Ooh,
15.
so fancy.
Math, left, 2. And then type in, we were picking 3. Hit enter, bump, bump, bump. There are still 2,730 ways that we could go first, second, third. It is pretty crazy. It is pretty
Did you say
crazy.
enter? Oh,
That's it.
2730.
Now, what was the other one we were going to do? Oh, I haven't got to it yet. I got another funny one for you.
Oh my god.
Basically, the same idea about how you pick in lottery tickets. And I think I showed you guys that simulator that I was using before. That website got shut down, so I got to find a better one. So we'll talk about that later.
Why did it get shut down?
I don't know. It's something about gambling, probably. We just did this again. Here's our skiing things.
Can you arrange A, B, C?
It's easy, yes.
Wait, how many?
How many ways are there? You're overthinking it, Hunter. There's 3 spots. If you pick one to go in the first one, there's 3 letters could have gone there, right? How many letters can go in the next one?
6.
2 times 2 times 6.
No.
3 times 2 times 1. This is that factorial.
Oh.
I've worked off script with you guys. I'm sorry. You're going to college. Yay!
10.
No.
You're choosing between 10 different schools. Before you decide to apply to them, you want to visit some or all of them.
I hate that.
I don't write these things. I just copy and paste them. Now, if you want to pick, what is it? How many different orders for which you can visit 6 of them? So you have 10 schools. You're picking 6 of them.
So it's just 2 different questions.
Yeah, and then how many could you go through? How many different ways can you pick 10 of them? Well, if you're going to do 10, pick 6. This is again the order matters in which you pick them. So once you pick the school once, you're not going to go back, unless you, well, kind of a bad way of saying it, unless you wind up going there. So this is your 10. Pick 6. Permute 6, excuse me. Which winds up being, well, what is it?
15, 12, 0, 0.
That's a lot of gas for different ways of going around in different schools.
They're all in like California, Texas, probably.
And then what would happen if you want to pick all 10 of them?
Oh my
If you were to pick all 10 of them, you start with 10,
gosh. Really big number.
pick 10.
Wouldn't that just be 10 within the exclamation? 10!
It's 10! Yeah, because what happens here is this is a weird thing for the factorial. If I write this out in long form, this is 10 factorial over 10 minus 10 factorial. What's 0 factorial?
0.
1.
Why?
Yeah, 0 factorial is a weird one. 0 factorial equals 1. So yes, this is the 10! That's again.
I can't, my heart can't handle this.
So 10 factorial is how much?
A lot.
Yes, it's a lot.
36, 28, 800.
36, 28, 800.
That's what I just said.
So that's 3,628,800. How long do you think it would take you to count to 3,628,800?
Probably
Years.
at least 360. 200.
Now,
200.
Let's say it takes you, just for a rough idea, let's say it takes you 15 seconds to count 20 digits. And that's on the fast end, because once you start getting up to
Yeah, say what do you get to
1,253,306, 1,253,002,304, whatever. It's gonna take longer. So let's just average it. We'll just say for fun, it's 15 seconds. For fun.
For funsies.
So let's take this and divide it by 15.
Still a really big number.
All right. That's how many seconds total it'll take you.
So divide that by 60.
Divide that by 60.
By 24.
Divide that by 24
67.2 hours.
days.
168 days.
168 days of nonstop counting. Don't eat, don't sleep,
Count.
count.
Live, eat, American dream.
Now, it's the American dream. All right, now let's go back to the hours. It's 4,032 hours. Let's say that your only job was to count to 3 million and something. You work 40 hours a week, right?
I assume so.
All right, so let's say 40 hours a week, you divide that by 40.
You get how much per hour?
That's
Minimum wage.
100 weeks it'll take you to do that. Now, how many weeks a year do you work? Well, a lot of places you get 2 or 3 weeks of vacation. Let's say on the good side you got 3 weeks vacation, so you're only working 49 weeks out of the year. Okay?
Oh.
Out of the 49 weeks out of the year, it's 2 years of 9 to 5 counting to 3 million. That is your only job.
And then you get paid.
Yeah, what's the pay?
I don't know, not enough.
Do they pay you once you get into higher digits?
I don't know.
Do they raise it?
I don't know, but you should Google to see who's hired you. Yes, ma'am.
When you divide it by 60 to make it into minutes, right? And then
No,
divide it
60
by
would be the
24,
hours.
so let's say,
Is that off on that? Whatever. It still takes forever.
yeah.
Still a long time. So go ahead and get started. I'll give you extra credit when you get there.
We do it in Spanish.
Oh, que bueno. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 12. Did I make up a number there?
Yeah.
I said, don't say it. So this is where it gets weird. How many? Stop counting. How many distinguishable letters? How many different ways can we get distinguishable permutations of the letters in the word Ohio?
What? I don't understand what you're saying right now.
I'll show you in a second. How many letters in the word Ohio?
4.
Wow. We really are putting a fun in counting today. There are 4 letters in the word Ohio. How many letters in the word Ohio are repeated?
1.
1. What letter is my Lord! Seriously, people. Oh, how many letters are there? There's 4.
There are 4.
But you could argue that like
How many letters are repeated? 1. There's 1 letter that's repeated twice.
But there are 2.
For the jeez Louise!
There are 2 repeats of it though.
Pete, repeat, were in a boat. Pete fell out. Who was left?
What?
Pete and repeat were in a boat. Pete fell out. Who was left?
Repeat.
Pete, repeat, were in a boat. Pete fell out. Who was left?
None
Stupid AP testers.
This isn't testing all day. Wait, I understand. What are they doing right now?
They're testing.
Wait,
All right.
they test all day?
Now,
No, they went to the
They were here for
in this case here, we've all agreed that there's only one letter that's been repeated twice, right?
Yes.
So what you do here to figure out the total possible ways of combining these out, I am still trying to get funny. I'm trying not to laugh. Okay? So 4 factorial divided by 2 factorial is? You can use your head at that.
2 factorial is
No, it's not 2 factorial.
12.
It's 12.
How do you do that?
4 times 3 times 3 times 1. This is 2 times 1. So it's,
So it's 1 factorial 1?
yeah.
How is 1 factorial 0 factorial?
Think of it as something to the 0 power. And then it's 1 times itself. Now the weird one is this one. Oh yes, ma'am.
Where did the two?
The O was repeated twice. Now remember when it was a big day in your houses when you learned how to spell Mississippi? M-I-S-S. I just wrote it with an M.
Or even in just in elementary school.
Hey, Merv, can
Yo.
you spell Mississippi with only one I?
Oh, wait a minute, that's fish.
What?
Get modesty.
You never heard this?
M-I-S. Say it. Say it to someone. Come on.
I can't wait for Connor to come home one day. I can't spell it State Street. No, my son. Stop this.
Connor Hoyle's a freshman.
Okay. How many letters are in the word Mississippi? Please count
1,
carefully.
2,
Yes.
3, 4.
11. So
There's 4 that are repeated.
there are 4 of them that are repeated. Well, the I is repeated how many times?
Wait, Merv, why did
Four
you do
times.
2 exclamations for the last one?
The O was repeated twice.
But wasn't it repeated once?
The O was one letter repeated twice. The
Uh,
denominator is always the number of times a specific letter is repeated. In this case, we have I repeated 1, 2, 3, 4 times. I have S repeated 1, 2, 3, 4. And I have the P's repeated twice. Your calculator will do that if you type it in with the fraction bar, with the factorials. It gives you the answer right off the bat. You don't have to worry about trying to go longhand with any of this. Don't do it by hand. It's stupid. You can do it, it's just dumb. It's just simplifying a lot of fractions. Again, you get
3465 up.
34, 6, 5, oh. Permutations are fun, aren't they?
Wait, leave that on.
Have we put the fun in counting?
Definitely.
Yeah. See if those guys missed? And they're probably not going to even watch the video. And they're going to miss out on all that fun.
Oh my gosh, just listening to you, just
The
everyone
video's
dying
on?
and laughing, but they don't know why.
Hey, Merv, don't go yet.
Oh, 8 FPS, nice.
Do those.
Oh.
No, don't go yet.
Now that's
please.
homework.
What's
That's
that?
not funny anymore.
Oh, in the calculator, all you have to do is do alpha y equals, go to your fraction bar, 11. To get the factorial symbol, hit math, move to the left, it's number 4. And then in the denominator, just do 4 factorial again, times 4 factorial. You don't have to put the time symbol in on these things when they're next to each other like that. It's implying the times. Oops. Ah.
You suck at this.
Wait, how do you do the exclamation point?
Math, left, 4.
Uh,
You see it then, okay? Did you get it all right, Betty?
Yeah.
All right. Like I said, do these. If it takes you longer than 3 minutes to do that first group of problems, it means you had to get up and find batteries for your calculator. Seriously, it's that simple. Okay?
What was the answer again?
Some 30, what was it again? 30.
35640.
Okay.
All right? Give those a shot and go for it, all right? I'll put them up here in a second.